Yeah, I'm definitely putting out a free version of my game. Part of that is because there are things in life that happen, and I have pulled myself. Well, begun ascending a hole. By the way, we have three custom mysteries and two all perks, but we get Scar's Ath. That I can remember. But yeah, just want to open with that. That way, I don't have to talk about it after the timestamp. And what are we doing? Scars? Yeah, scars, random, and yeah. So let's get into this one, and I'll move on to other stuff. So as we get into at scars, random item stats, 3 custom mysteries, custom character. We're gonna go with the hardware store. Light, strength, knowledge, second encounter, dexterity, maybe Takshisan. But as you can see, we do have 7 knowledge, so we could run occult shop if you wanted to. But let's not gamble away my stats here. So hardware store. And off we go. Now we lose the ability to ward, but since we're doing a lot of custom mysteries, and we have 3 custom mysteries in this run, we shouldn't need to worry about it as much. 5 doom for 1 strength seems pretty good to me. Although, that could always just slap me in the face. So, we do have scars as well. So if we do get 3 custom mystery bosses in a row, then at least we'll stand a better chance. That 1 damage from scars really does a lot for you. But, as I've always mentioned, as we get bulletin, arms, frogs, rental, and taxi, and again, if we see piano, fetish, or something else, then orphan will replace them. So instead we have piano, taxi, frogs, which can result in a lot of pain. Still, though, I want to take arms first, because that arms can be a boss, so that would mean we have then taxi and piano as bosses remaining. And not all bosses are built equal, let's just say that much outright, but there is a point in which you go, am I taking too much damage? You know what, we're gonna tree. Let's see what my luck looks like today. Okay, that's not so bad. So, 5 damage Carpenter Hammer. We're probably going to end up taking that. Otherwise, the shovel would have been a nice flex, and crowbar is pretty bad. So, I mean, that's kind of normal for the crowbar, but still, a 5 damage Carpenter Hammer will do wonders. So, hospital, max threat level, mansion high, school max. We're going to visit the history club as well. We'll grab the crystal, and we'll put the police patrols in the school and move on. We might not visit the school a lot. It's not like we have scissors, but I don't remember all of the investigations anyway, so hey. Also, I'm being a bit quiet because at this particular time, people around me are, resting, but I can only do so much, and if I toss myself onto the bed, I guess that's the best I can do. My mic just exploded in my ears. I wonder what that was. I don't know if you heard that, but anywho. And yeah, really quickly, this is the Linux setup. So we're just going to take this in the face. Oh, so yeah, what I was mentioning about scars is, and I'll always kind of remind this or repeat this, but for scars, when you run into events and you have a lot of bad luck, the max stamina, max reason can mean a lot on Harbinger. Again, on easier difficulties, it's not just because of the extra max stamina and reason you'll have. It'll also be the threat levels, which can play a big part. It's RNG. Then there's the resting, which is, I think, better for you, question mark? I can't remember. As we get a 1 on stats. So, having a lot of bad RNG in events is RNG as well. Like, you could just fail 5 times in a row or succeed 5 times in a row. But on easier difficulties, you get the extra doom. It's a lot of small variables working together, which is it's not a phrase that I always like to just fall back on, but in this particular instance, it works out. We might as well go for a dodge here. In the end, we're taking another reason damage anyway. If I do prep attack, so we might as well go for a dodge. We don't hit it because what does RNG matter? But now that being said, if something I often propose for dodge is that it at least moves 1 damage. Actually, that's a bit much. Maybe it does like 1, maybe 2 damage. Even that might tip the scales into dodge being a lot more meta than expected. And by meta I mean it's used more often than brace. But still, though, because of the also, in my opinion, relatively low RNG on dodge, it results in you not. What's the word? It's not as efficient. That's the best way I can put it at the moment. Shrug. So, listen in, succeed, get experience, move on. That being said, funny enough, I have actually done homework on events as we get 3 Doom, but I mean, there's only so much homework you can do. That's not really true, but that's reasonable. I need it. For example, piano custom mystery events. Don't remember them all, so I'm trying to fiddle with my microphone here because I'm hearing myself blow out the audio, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And so I think we have at least like 2 or 3 school investigations here. Never mind, I lied. You visit the school to visit the teacher, but after that you just visit her home a lot. I'm shrugging in real life. Anywho. That being said, am I going to talk about that? No, I'm not going to talk about that. That doesn't make any sense at all. Anywho, sometimes I do stop myself from just going completely off topic, if for no other reason than I want to focus on what's in my face. But probably just going to end up taking quick thinking. Hot bath is nice, but no. Keep in mind, we do have the cursed doll as well, so I think if we feed the piano, it becomes stronger. Funny enough, this is ending A as well, question mark? Well, we're gonna find out. We're only taking -1 all damage, so all things considered, the cursed doll, I mean, as we autopilot here, has a little bit of a... If you're gonna lose more reason, or scared of losing reason, even if it's -1 all, go ahead and use the cursed doll. At worst, you lose 2 stamina, but if you lose only 1 stamina, right? Yeah, 1 stamina, then you've essentially taken 1 stamina instead of 1 all, which is less HP overall, and you were gonna take stamina damage anyway. That's the end of the TED Talk. Anywho, taxi into a lot of stuff. Now we do get a pack of cigarettes. I was thinking about getting a pack of cigarettes earlier, but so we do have an energy drink. We'll save this for later because we do have a dexterity check in the lighthouse. I don't remember what my second encounter was. That's not good, but moving on. So, apartments. I thought we had... maybe the forced investigation is last. Maybe I'm going crazy. So, we prep attack, but as we did in the first encounter... Well, I think our first encounter... I don't even remember what we fought, but... we do dodge into prep attack. Again, we're gonna lose -1 all anyway, unless we throw something, obviously, or use the cursed doll, but... In this instance, dodge is efficient, because either way we're going to be gambling on something, or throwing something, but I don't want to throw anything. And then the cursed doll would be gambling on only using 1 stamina, because we're guaranteed to get 4 damage. And we didn't need more than that, so... Hey. Run, dexterity check, because dexterity is... I could have had 8 dexterity and I would have failed that check, but that's just how RNG goes. If it sounds like I'm complaining, in a way I am, but realistically speaking, really, it's not much of a problem. That's the nature of any system that uses RNG, just conceptually, but also dice rolls. Shrug. I didn't want to dodge there because Doom, so I might as well just take in the 2 Doom. Gambled on the strong instead, which is a higher chance than dodging. Yeah, period. So we grab these cigarettes. We level up. Running shoes is interesting. I'd rather take the knowledge, just in case. And if we don't find anything shaken here this coming July from May in the game, then I will increase dexterity. Still doesn't matter for checks, but it's for the lighthouse. Because I rolled a 10 in dexterity, for those who didn't see. But, yeah, we're gonna actually take this chase, question mark? Yeah, we have to take over the wheel here. I always click past it, and I make a mistake. I'm just gonna mash through. Gun. And let's see what happens. That's a guaranteed 10 experience. I'll take it. But otherwise... I mean, we rolled a 12 on Charisma anyway. What did I want for myself? Should have smoked the cigarettes here, but we're taking -1 all, and we're getting 4 attacks regardless. Now, we could have gotten a strong, but we'll deal. We can take this one more time. Otherwise, I can curse doll. But otherwise, yeah, we should be fine here. So Desperate, Prep, Strong. This is 15 damage. We get fuel, not that it matters, and off we go. This has to be ending... I was about to say, that was not ending A. I would have had some issues. So, moving on. Running shoes this time. Yeah, running shoes this time. We take dexterity, because then we can just drink the energy drink for an extra point of dexterity in the lighthouse. And 3 custom mysteries. So frogs or bulletin? Bulletin. We do have the map with us, which is nice, but our Doom just could shoot up. There's a very low chance of that, but it could. We do have Doom to spare, so if need be, I really should rest, especially if we don't have fetid fumes, which we do have, never mind. But as my tummy rumbles in real life, let's find out. I can't eat anyway. An effect. I'm taking. Do I want to say that much? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm taking famotidine. I'm going crazy. But you get the point. It's a medicine that in which you pretty much, or at least for my directions, I can't eat 30 minutes after taking it, and I can't take it for until at least 2 hours after eating. That's more a guideline, but it's a pretty safe guideline. Obviously, there are certain foods, or maybe you just drink something, and that'll digest faster, which theoretically might mean I could eat sooner or take the medicine sooner, but I wouldn't risk it. So I have a very particular thing in terms of timing in which I usually wait for later, as we thankfully one-shot this encounter. I feel like you couldn't run from that for some reason. I should have tried to see if I could, but anywho. Question our sanity. We take a curse. We take masochistic specifically, which loses us reason, but gains reason on, or loses us max reason, but gains reason on running into an encounter. But don't know if that's going to help if I just keep getting slapped by events as shown, but at least we survive this mystery. So at this point, I really do need to enter the doctor's office to grab the painkillers, but yeah, we'll find out. So we do get to move on. Keeping in mind we have fetid fumes, I could just take the risk and instead try to reach the end of frogs here without losing too much stamina. I guess I could. It's a little scary though. So, we have where our stamina is low, although I really should just take that back the moment I get back to this screen, but yeah, I think we're just gonna walk forward. So we have frogs. I don't remember this mystery, so if we end up losing a lot of stamina, so be it. I know I'd take the left option there, that I know, but that was not mystery. That was not a mystery event. I think that was just a random event. But what do stats matter? Like why do stats matter? Oh goodness, cause a distraction. Nope. What does stats matter? Again, thankfully it was only max stamina, even on scars, but if we keep getting unlucky, this run could quickly just nosedive. So, report it to the police. Low charisma. Don't care about reason as much at the moment. And let's find out. So, we could curse dull this, but since it's reason, I'm willing to take that. Now, unfortunately, fortunately, I think this is a 2-turn, yeah. I was about to say, I have to do at least 1 damage with the broken box cutters, throwing it at the ghost, but we don't have time, so we just take the doom there. Well, we do have time, so we say that we have time, and as much as that salesman wants to say otherwise, we do have the time. 71% doom. It's really hard to lose the doom at this point if you're at the lighthouse. Toxi-san would have to slap you 3 times, Brandon would have to proc, and then you'd have to proc probably something else as well. But as you move on here, might as well just use the cigarettes. I'm pretty sure I have a second encounter check, but it won't matter because we have the doom to spare. So, we take dexterity here, if the game will let me. And we also do a thing. Now, well, depends if we have the... We don't have the 6th floor anyway, so no Toxi-san, but... I almost thought I only did 4 mysteries for a moment. But we will take this energy drink, because what I was going to say is that I could maybe tactically not take the energy drink, although we pass every single stamina check, so that's... We would have over 3 stamina anyway, but it would be for the purposes of doing Desperate Struggle. But we don't need to, because 1, we're not TIE fighting Toxi-san, and 2, a lot of our stamina reducing stats at the lighthouse are at 8 or above. Now, I don't remember this. Funny enough, I'm going to say it was the piano. No, it was not. I think it was something before the piano, but I didn't remember. So, but anyway, we survived. So as we move into our next character, if you have anything to say, if you want to do anything, you know what to do. Otherwise, I won't take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!